Is this thing on? Am I live and ready to go? Okay, good. So, um, first thing I want to say, first thing I want to say is that first thing I want to say is Happy Valentine's Day. Uh, yeah, Happy Valentine's Day. And you might have seen what went down yesterday. Actually, now that I think about it, a lot of stuff went down yesterday. But the thing that I want to talk about that happened yesterday is that it's official. Barney is officially coming back for real this time. Honestly, I after nothing came of the initial 2015 announcement, I thought that it was just never going to happen. But it happened. Oh, it happened. And uh yeah, long story short, I'm pretty excited for it. As a matter of fact, I dare say I'm very excited about it. It's just it, it's just really going to be, I mean, this is just really going to be um it's kind of it's kind of my dream come true, if I'm being quite honest, because like it's finally happening. I finally get to we're finally going to get to see Barney make a comeback. Sure, we're going to have to wait till next year, but hey, it's finally happening, I guess. Yeah. Although I will say, I can safely say that I was almost as thrown off with this Barney redesign as everyone else was. It's a very strange. It's a very strange design for Barney, if I'm being honest. But I think it's gonna grow on me. Oh, hey Ali, hey Kirsten, how you guys doing? Yeah, I think it's gonna grow on me. Except that ship, except that, except that gap in the teeth. That's something that's oh man, that's like oh seriously, why would you give Barney a chip in his teeth? Oh, that's just so that like that. If I'm being honest, not even the eyes threw me off. No, it was the mouth. That is the one and only part that I really don't like, especially that chip tooth at the center of his top set of teeth. Oh, that is so distracting. But I think and I also, this is just a me thing, but having having lines on Barney's green stomach, like having these lines as if they were like scales, I don't know. I cannot, maybe it's just me, but I personally find that to be weird. It's just so off-putting to me. But whatever. I could, with this design, you got to take the good with the bad. You really have to take the good with the bad. Also, how come nobody's talking about how Barney has a tongue again? Let's really think about this. This is the first time since I think 1990 where Barney has a tongue. I've been so used to him not having a tongue. It's just so jarring to see him have one again. But whatever. It's a great design, and I think it's pretty safe. And I think we all know why they redesigned him to begin with. Look, the original Barney design, it's great. An amazing design, if I do say so myself. However, there was one simple critique that I don't think anyone can argue against. Uh, his facial emotions were very limited. So what I think they're going to do here is they're going to have this redesign give him more give him the ability to emote more in the face, which I think is a really good idea. Uh in fact the entire like physique of Barney, like how he looks and how he like and how his like stance is, it almost reminds me it almost reminds me of Spyro the Dragon. I know that sounds really out there, but that was one of the first things that came to my head when I saw this redesign. Uh, yeah. I don't know why it made me think of Spyro the Dragon. It just did. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what came to my head. Yeah, this is wow, it's really hard for me to go further than this without getting all speculative. Yeah. Uh, Give me a second, Kirsten. Um, but I also want to know, what do you guys personally think about this? Do you think that this is a great redesign, or are you like me and think it's a great redesign, albeit a little off-putting? Uh, it's definitely going to take some getting used to. Don't get me wrong. In fact, maybe it'll look a heck of a lot better when we see it in motion, because you know that's coming. Also, is it just me, or is it a coincidence that with stuff like a reboot of JJ the Jet Plane coming soon, um, maybe it's just me, but I feel like with all these reboots coming about, something tells me that Mattel wanted to put their hat into the mix again. But we'll get into that a little later. I get it. It's Yeah, honestly, Allie, that's something that I was thinking about as well. Yeah, that's something that I was thinking about as well. If they do have BJ and Baby Bop, it's for sure that they're going to include them day one. That's not even an argument. Now that I think about it, what about Riff? Well, that's the thing. Knowing that Michaela Dietz is way too busy with other stuff, something tells me he something tells me that he is not going to be coming back. Uh, oh, hey, Mason,
Hey,
you got the link.
yeah, and a new avatar picture to put up.
Hmm,
Thanks to Randy for making this for me today.
sweet.
Yeah, Randy Time made this for me. Yeah, it was my day off.
Kirsten, in case you're wondering, I got the Kirsten. I sent you the. We sent you the link. Oh, hey Sam. Mason, look, it's Sam.
Hey, Sam. What's up, dude? Hopefully you're doing fine.
Don't worry, I put the link in the Wolf Lord Purge thing.
Yeah, it was my day off today, so I just decided, since I'm
Oh,
not doing
sweet.
anything at the moment, I just
Sweet, that's neat. I'm sure you heard just about everything, right?
about
Everything that I had to say.
I couldn't get a chance because I was doing some work, like artwork at the moment.
Oh, hey, Martin.
My chair's so creaking.
We have honestly the announcement of this Barney reboot was all that we got was that it was coming and that we got a design of Barney, and that's oh, sorry. Oh, that's too bad, Kirsten. Oh well.
What's up?
Oh well. Oh, that's right. She did move.
Yeah, she moved to a new neighborhood.
I will, you know what? There's something that I actually need to bring up about this whole situation.
About the reboot, I guess.
Yes.
Because I just heard about that yesterday when I was working. I was like, oh no.
What do you mean, oh no?
Like, it's more of a CGI form.
True. Still wish it was live action.
It's just, I don't know how I should put it, but
you know what I hope? You know what I hope for? I hope that they do live appearances because you know they're going to do that. My hope is that they do live appearances with the old costume because you know how expensive making new costumes is. My hope is that they use the old costume for any live appearances and just keep the CGI form in CGI. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like I said, I'll see how this goes when it first starts next year.
This is literally all we know about the show. It's a reboot. Barney's getting a redesign, and it's co-produced by Mattel and Nelvana. Now, honestly, you guys can say whatever the heck you want about Mattel. The reason why I haven't said anything about them is because I haven't really been filled in on what they've been up to. But when I heard that Nelvana was co-producing the show, one one thought popped into my head. Now, I can't confirm this because I'm just an outsider looking in, but one of the first things that popped into my head was they're going to have a mostly Canadian voice cast, aren't they?
I don't know. Oh, shoot. Where's my remote?
Is that your PS2?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. I wanted to look at something real quick. But
Yes, Allie. That's right, Allie. Just like them. Wow, Nelvana's done a lot in these roughly 50 years.
mhm.
They started off very small, but then they grew and grew and grew. I think their first real hit that they had was the Care Bears.
I believe it was that. Yeah.
But then they got bigger and bigger with stuff like Babar, Little Bear, as Ali mentioned, and Franklin. And then they just grew from there.
Mhm. Oh, jeez. My roommate likes the Care Bears.
So what'd you open up your PS2 for?
I just wanted to check something, like update on the clock and schedule. That's all. Because my PS2 is...
Let me guess. You don't have a PS5, do you?
No, I don't, but I do have a 2, 3, and a 4.
Wow. Imagine that. We are already 2 years into the 9th generation, and most people don't even have them.
It's just they're too expensive. Don't get me wrong, they're expensive.
Wait, I'm telling you right now, when Nintendo officially jumps into the 9th generation, they are probably going to make their console even more powerful than, I wouldn't say the Xbox Series X, but definitely more powerful than the PS5.
I mean, my roommate has an Xbox X Series, and I'm trying to see if I could get that for my birthday in June. I want to learn how to play the console, since my brother started to get into Xbox and he keeps going to his friend's house a lot over the weekend.
Yes, yeah, Kirsten, you do make a good point there. She says you can't blame Mattel for redesigning Barney for a new generation of children. True that, true that, true that.
I mean,
It's just there's something, it's just that you can't, I kind of have to address not one but two elephants in the room with a situation like this.
just look how they did the Thomas a couple of years ago.
That's the first elephant in the room. That was the first elephant in the room. All engines go, Thomas and Friends. They tried to reboot that, and it backfired horribly.
Exactly.
Maybe, and this is just my own personal opinion, but maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't have premiered the reboot so soon after you ended the original.
That could prove one point.
And to be honest, now that I think about it, this isn't even the first time that an American studio has teamed up with a Canadian studio to make a CGI either reboot or spin-off. Remember Sesame Street Mecha Builders?
I think I've heard of it, but I never seen it. So
I've only seen bits and pieces of it. Now, that one doesn't really that one kind of works, but it kind of doesn't, because that was not made by Nelvana. That was co-made by Guru Studio. But you know what was co-made by Nelvana?
Hmm.
Esme and Roy, another Sesame Workshop show. Sesame Workshop is no stranger to stuff that Nelvana has done. You can clearly see that they've worked with them on at least one occasion.
Do see your point there.
But remember how I brought up how this might just have a mostly Canadian voice cast?
Yeah.
Yeah, this leads into my second elephant in the room. Now, I want to preface this by saying that after you hear what I'm about to say, do not you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. So I looked into it, and it turns out that the original voice of Barney, Bob West, has been radio silent ever since this announcement was made.
Seriously.
He's been radio silent. The last time that he put anything up on his social media was 2 days ago on Facebook.
Sheesh.
Now, this is something that I absolutely have to say. Do not at this man or tweet about this man about anything with this Barney reboot. Okay? I do not want the man to get all I love the guy, but I do not want him to get all stressed out by all these ads and notifications about, oh, did you hear Barney's coming back? Hey, did you hear Barney's coming back? I love Bob West. I think we all love Bob West. He was by far the best Barney.
Exactly. We all love him.
My request here in this moment is that for you all to please respect his privacy. If he wants to say something on the matter, that's his choice. And I don't want anyone forcing it out of him. Okay? Okay. Again, I ask that you please respect his privacy. The buzz around Barney is like more than it's ever been. In fact, I don't think the buzz around Barney was this high since the I Love You, You Hate Me documentary, which I have seen, and it's an amazing documentary.
I was gonna say I watched it too. It was pretty good. Pretty good.
Again, I'm not jumping to any conclusions about what Bob West thinks or what he wants to say. All I ask, I'm just bringing up something that caught my attention. The fact that he's been radio silent since this announcement. And again, one more time, I ask that you please respect his privacy. If he wants to say something on the matter, let him say it. Don't force it out of him. Okay? Okay. Trust me, Kirsten, that documentary is trust me, Kirsten. That documentary is a bit of a hard watch, but as a whole, it's a phenomenal documentary. It goes over every single point that I was hoping it would go over in just glorious fashion. And the reason why I ask for you to respect his privacy is because I almost didn't. I almost didn't respect his privacy yesterday. I made a tweet just briefly talking about the announcement. And then I let my emotions get the better of me and I accidentally added Bob West in a subtweet, which I immediately regretted and I instantly deleted the tweet. I can safely say that I am not clean of this whole situation. Again, I'm going to say it one final time. I love Bob West. I know everyone loves Bob West, but please respect his privacy on this situation. If he wants to talk about it, then I suggest that we let him talk about it. And again, don't force it out of him, because that's not cool. You know what I mean, Mason?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, I'm honestly really glad that I got that off my chest. So now we can talk about something else that really made my week.
All right.
The new Mario Brothers commercial.
I was gonna say I saw that on Sunday. I was surprised. They used the theme from the Super Mario Brothers show.
The Deke animated series, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah, that one. I was so shocked when they used that. I was like, oh my God.
First off, because you know that the main series is owned by Wild Brain, right?
Yes.
So what I was thinking is, how did they get the rights to that? Did they pay a licensing fee to Wild Brain, or did they just purchase the rights to the song?
I am not too sure.
Yeah.
My back.
You planning on playing something on your PS2?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to play. I'm looking through my case here. But yeah, work's been getting a little bit busy for me, to be honest. The prices have been so low. We've been getting a lot of people in recently. Like, most of the other hotels have been pretty expensive, like almost $500 a night. I mean, who would want to pay a lot of money for that much for $500 for one night. I mean, Kalahari, they're much more big than our resort, and they've got a bigger water park, and they've got more attractions. I mean, they've got a 4D theater, an indoor golf course, and even a big pizzeria. And on the outdoor stuff for the summer, they have a nice little zoo you could go through and tightrope course and zip line. I'm like, and why aren't they that expensive? Then why are they not that expensive as we are? I mean, we don't have that much. But as far as I know, we're just making some adjustments for this year, so that way last year wouldn't be a disaster as it was. But other than that, my state has not been doing very good recently, to be honest, Jimmy. If you ever heard what happened about almost a couple weeks ago,
No, what?
well, this town called East Palestine in Ohio in Columbiana County, it's like about an hour away from my hometown. There was a train derailment, and Ohio is in a little bit of a danger system of the ecosystem because the train was
Oh,
carrying chemicals like some kind of carbine, something. I can't tell what the chemical it is, but it's been spilling in the Ohio River recently, and it's gonna flow into Lake Erie up here. And I'm like saying, oh my god, we're fucked.
oh, god damn it.
Sorry, but I might have to move to a different state in the future if this gets worse.
Oh my god, seriously?
If they don't do anything about saving the state from this chemical derailment of the train that got caused the last couple weeks ago, I'm gonna have to move out. I'd rather be in Pennsylvania where my girlfriend Kathy is. I'd rather be with her than just being in here. If they're not gonna do anything about it.
Well, to be fair, I was planning on moving to somewhere close to Philly.
Yeah, that's where Kathy is. She's like around the area, but not actually near it.
Okay,
But
okay, I think you've already said too much.
yeah, but I did not say where she's currently at. Just it's just not around the Philly area because Philly's a little bit too much, I could say.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking somewhere like Hershey, Pennsylvania, or Allentown I would go because I had a great experience at the Hershey Park theme park last year and this last summer, and I had a good experience. But maybe I could try the other theme parks, Dorney Park and Sesame Street Place. Sesame Place, I think it's what. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh,
I'd like to take a look
oh,
around.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Isn't there another Cedar Point? Isn't there another like
Theme park in Ohio?
Is there like another Cedar Fair place?
Yes, in
Like a
Ohio.
park? No,
Yes.
no. Like a Cedar Fair owned place in Philly.
Yes, Dorney Park. It's in Allentown.
Ah, yes, Dorney Park.
And yeah, because I was supposed to go there a couple years ago, but that trip got canceled. Because not too many people wanted to go there since they were making $20 an hour that summer a couple years ago. But I got to do Hershey Park, Niagara, DC last year, and West Virginia. That was fun.
Hmm.
Because my mom's starting to become a country girl of West Virginia, to be honest. She's thinking about moving there in the future.
Hmm.
It's just I went there to see their big Cabela's store in Philadelphia. That was really interesting. But I mean, living up here on the Great Lakes, it's pretty different.
Really?
Like, you don't have to be like near the city where I was. You don't have to worry about that being near the dangerous city in Ohio. But
I get
on the
that.
yeah, because it is the number one dangerous city in Ohio in Stark. But up here, it's not that bad. Like I'm right nearby a train track. Like the apartments is right by. I can enjoy watching trains going by every time when I hear one right by my window and relax. And I don't have to worry and I don't have to worry about being in the traffic when Cedar Point is in operations. Because on the other side of the track is where all the traffic goes when it's the season. Because this year they've got a Wild Mouse coaster opening this year that I might want to check out.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like one of those vintage Wild Mouse cars, like back in the 50s. But my roommate and I were talking about see if we could try Carowinds near Charlotte this spring.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my goal is kind of like get away from work sometime and take some time to travel to some places that I've never been to. Yeah, you are, Martin. Nobody else is here.
Wow. Literally all that's left is Martin. How about that? Or at least the only one who's left commentating.
Yeah, I think mostly everyone's celebrating Valentine's with their families. And I mean, it would be nice if my girlfriend was here to celebrate with me. That would be nice. I mean, she just had her birthday this past Sunday, so it would have been nice if we hang out. But we've been together for 2 years, but we never seen each other in person.
Hmm.
But hopefully this year will be our time to see each other.
Yeah. 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 Hmm.
Right.
Get ready to see. We're not going to be seeing. We're not going to be like following this. We're not going to be hearing anything about Barney again until um probably June at the earliest. Heck, I'm still waiting on any new material from the JJ the Jet Plane reboot.
I was gonna say I heard that one too.
Yeah. I actually could see you transfer it, like still employed with. I guess the whole company is Cedar Fair and just shift places.
Yeah,
That might be the easiest thing for you to do.
yeah. I mean, the only theme park that's year round is the one in California called Knott's Berry Farm. That's usually
Oh
year
yeah,
round.
Knott's Berry Farm.
But the problem with that, if I go there, I would have to deal with that hot weather. That's worse than it is up here in the summer. That humidity it kicks in, and earthquakes, and worst of all, a lot of undisciplined guests, especially the teens who cause fights. Because it's not like somewhere around Hollywood or something like that. Or is it
Yeah.
in Garden
Yeah.
Grove? I can't remember.
Um, I don't remember.
Yeah, I might have to do some research on that. But I mean, you're right. If I go back this year, it'd be my 5th year working there. So my family said I'm the first person to work in a theme park for over 5 years than anyone else. Everyone would just usually last like 1 or 2, and then they just give up. So,
Hmm.
so my mom said if I work this season, she'll honor me with a special dinner for the next holiday season for taking on 5 years of working at a theme park. From my starting year in 2019, for working for 2 years during the pandemic year, and last year's regular season was a success. I can handle another one this year.
Hmm. I get that.
I mean, it's not easy, but the more I was gonna say, the more effort you have, the more your career is. Um, you would possibly have a lot of experience in it. I mean, I've been a games host for like 5 years, so
Hmm.
yeah,
You think now is a good time to wrap this one up?
probably if nobody else is here.
Honestly, kind of said my piece about the whole. I think I've kind of said my piece about the whole Barney situation.
Yeah.
Again, I really am excited for it, but there are just a few things that I'm expecting, but I'm not saying are going to happen. What I expect to happen is there's going to be a mostly Canadian cast. There's going that's what I expect to happen. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but it's a very high possibility given that Nelvana is working on this.
I mean, it's really understand that, but I'll see. I'll give this one a go, see what happens.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. It's got to be better than that. It's got to be better than the garbage Thomas and Friends reboot.
Yeah.
Like by default, it's gonna be better.
Mm-hmm.
For several reasons. One of those reasons is that they gave us the reboot way too soon. We just lost the original Thomas and Friends by the time the reboot started, so we didn't have enough time to grieve for it. Meanwhile, the original series ended in 2010. For Barney, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I rest my case. I want to say this. I do not know who's going to do the music. I do not know who is going to be animating this. I do not know if BJ and Baby Bop are going to be redesigned themselves, but they most likely are. Okay. I think that is enough, and I'm going to wrap this one up.
All right.
Thank you all for joining me on this. I wouldn't say emergency live stream, but just one that I wasn't expecting to do today.
Right.
So I hope I got everything off. So I hope I gave my opinions as best as I could without a script. And yeah, have a happy rest of your Valentine's Day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good night, folks.